coaches, welcome back to another Modern Soccer Coach Breakdown. This week we're going to look at tactical patterns in a 4-2-3-1, how to break out from pressure, how to use different ideas in the build to create chances higher up the pitch. 3 ideas. If you want the specific patterns and the numbers and the number of pass, we've got them for free on the website below, modernsoccercoach.com. If you enjoy the work and you want more of these types of pattern exercises, please give it a like, please subscribe, and we will put more up here. 4-2-3-1, tactical patterns, let's go. Okay, passing patterns aren't for everyone, and I'm going to talk at the end of this about why I think they're beneficial if they work in a specific way. But in these 3 exercises, what I want to look at is 3 different ways within your game model. We don't want to make it predictable because opponent pressure will change, but what we want to do in these 3 exercises is also look at 3 different ideas of building out in a 4-2-3-1 with flexibility of changing that there. The first one we're going to look at is how to utilize a wide overload, how to progress the ball on one side of the pitch using the benefits of the 4-2-3-1 system. So here we go. Okay, in this pattern, the ball is played from goalkeeper to centre back. This is where we look to progress the ball down one side. So you've got the strong side number 6 offering an option. You've also got that wide forward, the relationship with the number 9. You've got the bounce pass. You've got the forward run from the wide forward. And then you've got the diagonal pass from the number 10 underneath. You get a player in. The good thing about this exercise is that you can alternate one side working, one side recovering. So it's quite easy to coach in terms of one side works, one side recovers. It also involves 4 lanes in the build. So you've got everyone involved. You've got bounce passes, combination play, and you're finished with a cross and hopefully an opportunity to finish. Okay, the next principle we're going to use in our pattern is the switch of play. Now, I really like about this here is that it involves the 2 number 6s in 2 different ways. One's transferring the ball across. Again, same starting spot, goes from the goalkeeper to the centre back. Now you've moved the opponent who might be reacting to that wide overload, and now you're switching the play, but you're using 2 6s in different roles, so they get repetition in being the player that's switching the play and then being underneath for the switch and the transfer into the wide area, into the final third. Again, it involves everyone. Again, you've got numbers forward. You're attacking from a wide area for a cross, but you've also got real flexibility in getting numbers in the box. You can work on those runs. You can work on those delivery, and it makes the field expansive, taking advantage of moving the opponent who are initially maybe looking at really aggressive press. Before we show our 3rd idea in the pattern, if you enjoy the patterns and you want more of this work, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel, and we've also got them for free, the breakdown of these here. So the numbers, sometimes the videos can move quite quickly. We've got it broken down, so you've got the number of every pass, 1, 2, 3, 4, and different ideas on the website, modernsoccercoach.com. You can get it for free on the link below. And when you're there, please check out the resources, modernsoccercoach.com/shop. If you want to support the work, we will keep it coming. Thank you so much. Okay, the 3rd and final one is a central rotation. So if you rotate centrally, you can then progress the ball potentially by creating a little bit of space to play forward. So we've moved the 6 and the 7, and then we've given the players flexibility because that creates extra runners in those central channels. So now you give players a little bit more flexibility in how they want to exploit a certain rotation, paint a different picture, and again, move players into those central channels and maybe give a little bit of freedom to what they do once they're in there. So in this example, we have 2 different patterns because we've allowed the players 2 different options, but we've kept consistent the rotation of the wide forward and the number 6. So again, gives the coach a lot of variety and a lot of flexibility in how they want to paint a certain picture in attacking and using that rotation. So there you have it, coaches, just some ideas around build up and attacking patterns in a 4-2-3-1. Again, they tend to get a little bit of criticism, these type of exercises, because I get it, you don't have an opponent, and in the match itself, you will have an opponent producing different types of pressure that you can't predict. I understand that there, but if you align this here alongside a different form of training, this is a very, very effective technique that can be used to paint different pictures, to communicate with players, but also to get specific detail right in 2 different ways. So timing of movement is sometimes difficult to coach with pressure because the picture's changing all the time. So you might miss a window, or the window may not appear to really work on a specific movement of maybe a fullback getting into space, or maybe a 6 moving off a pass. So that might not just appear in a pressurized opposed exercise where you can create that in a patterned exercise. The other thing that you might have noticed in the 3 animations were that as the ball progressed up, we also progressed all the positions. So you can also work on how you want to have your rest defense, as they call it, how you want to recover the ball back, how you want to keep a structure under the ball to prepare for transitions. Again, this is something that you might do on a tactical board, but if you do it on the training pitch, does it provide a more accurate picture for the players? Yeah, I think it gives them a picture, and it also allows them to get that repetition from a technical standpoint. Repetition is really, really important, where if you look at the technique of the week and you're playing opposed exercises, does that right back get to receive the ball at an angle and look for a specific pass? They might not get that in a rondo or a type of 5v4 or 5v3 or whatever game it is. So it just allows you, again, with good planning, it allows you to be a bit more specific with what you're doing. So I'm a big fan of tactical patterns, because you can modify, again, the type of picture. You can paint different types of scenarios in terms of rotations, but you can also modify the physical demands. So you can move that 15, 20 yards higher up the pitch, and now it becomes a cross-finish exercise, or it becomes a pass and warm-up. And if you're working with players day to day and you've got to manage physical loads, then you've got to take those things into consideration, distances, intensity, and work that alongside the sports science. So I think it's very, very important. I think there are a lot of benefits. But is it the answer? No, of course, but nothing is the answer in football. As we see every week, we're taking different aspects of it. It's all about, again, the preference of the coach, the philosophy of the coach, the type of system, the environment, all these different things into consideration. But the more understanding we have of how you can integrate them and still be consistent with principles and philosophy, then I think you can be more effective. So hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy the patterns and you want more ideas, maybe in a different system, put the system below and we'll definitely take a look at it. Really appreciate the support. Please don't forget to give it a like and a subscribe before you leave. Really appreciate the support. I will see you next week. Goodbye.